thank you for being a part of something that is changing the world. We started this mission for us. We met in 2020, January 2020.
Right off the bat,
moved in with each other within a couple of months and had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. The movements didn't exist yet. Gary just closed down the garage, and we were just experimenting and having fun and playing with the body and playing with different ways to help it. And we had this goal to take the therapy off the table so that we could help people standing. But then furthermore, we had a goal to do it ourselves. And the reason why is because if you have to go to somebody else to fix your body, then you feel helpless. And if that person's not there anymore, then who's going to help you? And so our mission is to empower people to heal themselves. So we sat down and we started playing around, and some of the knowledge and experiences from the garage before, we brought all that together and we started to create the fascial maneuvers. And in August of 2020, we started to do it ourselves. And we didn't know really what the result was going to be from that. We were just like, well, what if we try this and do this every single day? Let's see what happens. And our lives started to change. Our lives transformed from that. And we wanted to share it with everybody. So since August of 2020, we've been lightly putting the maneuvers out there and getting it out to share it with people. And as of last year in December is when we really launched this to the world. Okay, so
the big launch.
Yeah, in this year, we launched our own line of supplements. So these are some of the photos. There's our supplements on the right-hand side there. There's Cynthia, really excited to take a picture with Mark Bell. And this was when we were doing some practitioner training with our lifestyle artists at our place in Lions Bay. Yeah. There's Les. And this is our favorite hiking spot just in close to Squamish. It's called Shannon Falls. We like to climb the rocks. We actually like to move our bodies in nature. Doing that is 10 times better than any movement process absolutely in the world. And the reason why is because we're moving our body on natural, uneven surfaces on all fours, and it's fun. It takes the emotions out of you. It's scary and it's exhilarating, and that's our favorite spot. So we have lots of photos there. And all right, so we expanded our team and got really cool T-shirts. We had a small team. There was 3 of us, and then Manvinder came in and he started to help us with videography and filming and editing and getting the content out so that you guys can participate in all the videos. Then we had Jordan come in actually this year and start to help us with products and sales. And now we've had Lisa and Isabella and Aisha. We've got about a team of 8 people managing this machine right now. And we're actually looking for people to support us as we go into next year. So we'll talk more about that afterwards. We spent a long time to find T-shirts because we value organic and eco-friendly, and we're not about the sweatshops. We want to support companies that are doing the right things. So it took us quite a while to find the right company to work with. So we created our T-shirts. We're actually going to be launching those on our website shortly, and you can order them. All right. So this is actually, some of this is in Mexico. Right here, we were doing our virtual class online. There's Maxine, 6-year-old, doing them with us. And then some other photos with the team. There's our team. All right. Is that too far? We opened a retreat center in Mexico. So Akasha, or Urban Sanctuary, they were building a retreat center. They're building a center for people to come and heal their bodies. The reason why Akasha started was because they were looking for solutions going from practitioner to practitioner, and people could not find the solutions that they were looking for. And when COVID happened, it really hit the healthcare world. So Aisha had actually started Akasha and hosted free classes for her community, but also opened it up so that the practitioners could work out of there for free and support the community because people needed the help. And we've partnered with them in Mexico, and we hosted our retreat center down there. And this is some of the content, some of the group of people that were there. You can see we're on the cenote on the left-hand side here. That's like a underwater cave. They have tons of them there, super cool. And then cooking together and at the beach and just having some fun. And then some more of Mexico. Here we've got a class actually at Acacia, and we're just dancing around, getting warmed up for that. Some at the beach. Here we're doing fascia maneuvers with an elephant, because
That's what you do.
yeah. And doing fascia maneuver sync up before dinner. We actually created the fascia maneuver sync up. When was that? Last year.
Yeah.
Last year,
year, yeah.
around the fast in the summer. The reason why we created that was because if I'm about to go into a meeting and I had a stressful conversation, or I had something going on in my world, and I come into that meeting, I'm not present. Or if I'm about to eat dinner and I'm in stress, I'm not digesting my food properly. So what we did is we found a way to bring down the stress in 6 breaths by doing Totally Twisted together. So what we do right before every meeting, before we eat, before we drive or do anything important to us, or in the middle of arguments or heated conversations, we do a fascia maneuver sync up. So that's what we're doing there in the bottom. We're doing some coach training up in the top here, some lifestyle artists. And yeah, so we hosted 2 retreats here. They were trial runs. They were with people in our lifestyle artist program. The lifestyle artist program is a program that takes all of our philosophies and it shows people how to apply them into their daily life. So cleaning their environment, supplementing, moving their bodies, managing their emotions, building healthy relationships, setting proper goals, following your intuition and your heart, and all these other things. So that program is self-paced. You can work your way up to that after the 28-day life reset. And once you can actually come to our retreat centers and participate in these events. So here we're actually at Acacia. We're doing all the classes, and here's an underground or I don't even know what you would call that, but it's at a cenote, super cool architecture, cacao ceremony. There's Anya. She's super sweet. Right. So we taught fascia maneuvers to kids, athletes, and coaches this year. We worked with high schools. We worked with sports teams. We worked with little kids to help them with their bodies. This is the stuff that we love to do. We go into the community and we teach these classes. So this was actually a football team in Mexico. I believe all the kids spoke English, the parents didn't, but we had about 100 people in a circle there doing the fascia maneuvers together while they were in their playoff run, and they ended up winning afterwards, which was really cool. And then there's Maxine again doing her fascia maneuvers. Cynthia's daughter, Leah, actually, she does the fascia maneuvers herself, but if you're stressed out and she sees it and you're not doing anything to take care of yourself, she'll walk over, she'll look at you in the eye, she'll like sassy get into Totally Twisted and have you breathe with her. So kids are starting to pick this up and they're starting to help us. And that's really what this is about. It's getting the younger generations, because they're the ones who are going to be coming up and helping change the world. And they need it right now more than ever. So we use fascia maneuvers to help service animals and pets. It is really fun to work on pets. Animals, the reason why is you get an immediate reaction from them because they're super sensitive. If you work on a dog, for example, there's a release that we would do with them. They would get up, and what they do is if you're in the house, they'll walk the entire perimeter of the house. They'll go up to each person as if it just met you, and it's trying to assess where it is in space and time because there's such a drastic change. So working with animals, it's lots of fun. We had an opportunity to work with some therapy horses in Mexico. These horses, they actually help children with autism and children with cancer and the mothers of those children who really need it. Right.
Yeah, the horses were really receptive to
Yeah,
the work.
it was lots of
It
fun
was
to work
fun.
with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. It was fun to see them have the same responses with humans where they have like a shoulder issue they can't work through, and fascial maneuver right through it, and then all of a sudden the shoulder issue is gone.
And also what's funny is they have personality.
Yes.
Like you got the alpha male and you got the grumpy one and you got the one that none of the other horses like. And what was funny was they would come one at a time. And as one did it, then the other one warmed up, and then the other one warmed up. And then one of the horses actually started to show us where to go on its friend. So it was really interesting to watch that. We have a goal to actually work more with animals. We want to, it's part of our passion. We love doing it. And the two dogs that you see in these photos are actually at our retreat center. We've got Chaos and Thomas. They're older. Thomas walks around with his tail tucked between his legs. He's very old now and can barely sit down and squat. And now he's running around, jumping on a couch and
Just like a little puppy.
just like a puppy again after doing work with him. So it's really cool to see. So we grew our global community. At the beginning of the year, we had 13,000 followers. Today, we have around 2 million collectively on all of our social media platforms. And not only that, with the programs that we built, like the Lifestyle Artist Program, we're actually starting to meet these people in person and build relationships. We have people coming to live with us now in Mexico and work with us and travel with us. So we're growing the local community. There's Enya again in the top right. And some of our lifestyle artists and some people at a class that we joined. Hi, Becca, you're right there. And some more community stuff. We actually got our first sign, so that was kind of exciting.
It was very exciting.
Rather than flagging people down in the middle
At
of
the
at the park, we actually had a sign to help us so that we weren't as weird. And these are some actors that we were helping in Vancouver. This was actually in the bottom left here. We had worked with, that was for our supplements. We partnered with them. We took our photo in their lab and now they're launched today. This was the day that we signed the deal for PowerKirk. So
That was a good
Yeah.
day.
all right, more community stuff here. I'm playing tag with Maxine in the bottom there and she somehow smacked my ass. She got me. And
Upper left is Shasta.
yeah, upper left is Mount Shasta. We went to Mount Shasta, really cool place. It's the root chakra of the earth. We have a goal to travel to all the chakras of the earth and experience it. I find that being in a place like that, you change just from being there. And that was my experience.
You know, the coolest part about that is that we did a class there, but the people there recognized us. And then a class just broke out of it, which was really, really cool.
So,
Yeah. All right. So we work with brands that are also changing lives. So thank you to our partners. We're grateful for you. So, one of the things is we're looking at, it's not just a movement process in order to get the results that we're looking for. It's to change the lifestyle. It's to remove the chemicals from your environment. It's to supplement your body with the things that you're not getting in your daily routines. And some of the other companies like H2 Water Expert, Essential Oil Wizardry, and Vivo Barefoot, these are companies that are doing things to help change the world. They're bringing us back to the natural medicines and the natural ways of doing things. So,
And of course, with our supplements with Franco and Mike and Biologic.
yeah.
absolutely.
So thank you to our partners. We're going to be doing lots more work with them. You'll see some of them even at our workshops that we're going to be going to around the world next year. And you might get some discounts and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. So in 2023, so next year, we're going to travel the world. We're going to go on tour. We're going to go teach classes. We're going to go help people all over the world. We already have some cities booked out. We're going to do Toronto and New York in February. And then we're planning out the rest of the schedule for the year, which we'll release shortly. And yeah, so we're going to teach all the classes. There's lots of different types of classes that we're going to be teaching. We're going to do fast maneuver classes, workshops, practitioner and coach workshops, lifestyle artist programs, retreats. We're going to go everywhere and we're going to teach this. This is actually at Lake Titicaca, which is the sacral chakra of the earth. So this is one of the places that we want to go to. And there's Les again. All right, so we're going to connect to sacred sites. This is part of why we're here on Earth, is to understand our history and understand where things came from and connect with the people and the energies that are there. So we want to go and travel, experience this. And part of it is not just to go there, but it's to document what it's like and bring that knowledge back to our community so we can share it with you in all of our courses and programs and workshops and podcasts. We're going to grow our community and play like kids. This is actually Stonehenge, which is the heart chakra of the earth. And we would like to go there as well and build community. We're going to explore ancient civilizations.
And
Yes.
we're gonna do that.
Yes. So we want to go to the pyramids. and learn what's going on there and bring that knowledge back to the community and share it with everybody. There will be people in our community who get to come with us. So if you're working with us, if you're volunteering, if you're in our lifestyle artist program, there will be opportunities to participate in some of these events. So
Yeah, we want to actually take you guys, part of the journey of unwinding from our lives was first of all, fixing the bodies, then that allows us to fix the emotions and the relationships. But after all that's done, what are we supposed to do with our lives? Is to live our lives. This is what we came to this planet for, is to go out and live it. And we want to actually go and see the world and see the stuff that everybody has talked about and wanted to, because there's an experience there. And we want you guys to do the same.
we're going to work with all kinds of animals and launch Power Kirk for pets. Yes.
Puppy Kirk on the way.
Yeah. We just started giving some to our cat, Ophelia, and we're going to let you know the results of that. But I've been giving Power Kirk to my friend's dog. We've given it to Thomas and Chaos, and we've seen results with that. So
Our dog Coco has had her first Power Kirk and got her first puppy Kirk yesterday.
oh, that's awesome.
She's
Yep.
very excited.
We just got the tabs. So we're going to be,
Yeah.
we're actually going to be launching those early next year. So stay tuned for that. But one of the things that we really want to do is work with dolphins.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And not dolphins in a cage, not dolphins in an aquarium, like actually going out into nature and working with them. There's actually a practice where it's called dolphin birthing, where mothers who are pregnant, they swim with the dolphins, and the frequencies that the dolphins send off of their bodies hits the mother and the child that's born is more emotionally intelligent and has a higher IQ, and they're more stable from that. So this is something that we want to do, is go and experience swimming with the dolphins and helping them.
Because there's something else there in that connection. We're the top mammals above the water. They're the top mammals below the water.
An elephant would be kind of cool too.
It's on the list.
Yeah. So we're going to open more retreat centers across multiple continents. So we have a goal to have 12 retreat centers around the world. And what these retreat centers are for is they're a place for people to go and embody the lifestyle that we talk about and that we share. So there's going to be fully organic food, and there's going to be free education, and there's going to be clothing that's organic and natural. And there's going to be a community of people there that you can hang out with and learn and grow with and share with throughout that. So these retreat centers, they're going to be all over the world. You're going to be able to come and participate in the events and transform your life. And for those of you who really want to do this, there's opportunities to stay for months at these places and work and help people. We're going to empower stadiums full of people to heal themselves. So this year we plan to go to India. And we plan to host classes for hundreds of thousands of people. The energy that comes with that. What we've found is when you do a class with a group of people, the results are amplified. So infinitely.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is you're starting to see us host virtual Zoom classes about twice a month right now. And the reason why is because when I do the fashion maneuvers on my own, then I'm doing it by myself based on how I like to operate. But when I do it with more people, then I learn something from them. We sync together and we start to grow faster. So that's why we do those classes. And if you've ever done a class in person with like 40 or 50 people, you get so high you can barely stand.
Right.
So what we want to do is experiment and see what happens when we get hundreds of thousands of people doing it at once.
Gets you so high, they're going to want to regulate it.
So yes, healing happens in community, and we're going to do fashion maneuvers with millions of people. So one of the things is if you come to a live class with us, we'll always have people helping each other. Because even though I may spend the time to take care of myself day to day, sometimes there's something I can't get on my own. And that's where we lean on the community. So what we want to do is train people in the community to be self-sufficient, to know how to heal their bodies so they can help you. So when you come to a class, you're going to experience this firsthand. You're going to have somebody work with you, and you're going to also have an opportunity to work on somebody else.
And we're starting to partner with yoga studios that have national brands so that fashion maneuver classes will start popping up everywhere. And if you want to be a coach or an instructor, this is about the same place that Taibo would have been when they went for their international. So it's about to really expand and as a part of this. So if you're interested, now is a good time.
Mhm. And we're gonna do fashion maneuvers with millions of people. We see 10 to 15 to hundreds of thousands of people doing fashion maneuvers online together, as well as in person. You know, when we started sharing this on social media last December, we had 40 million impressions in the span of 1 month. And so what can we do now that we're growing as a team and we've put all of this stuff together? We're gonna hit millions of people and get this out there. We're gonna share our mission and teach at high schools and universities. So kids in the high schools, they really need this right now. They don't have the tools to manage their stress. They're coming to school, they're stressed out at school, they come home and they're stressed out at home and they have nothing to help them. So what we want to do is we want to go to those schools, we want to go to the universities and start to help these kids. We've been asked by several universities to come in and teach, and next year we're going to do that. We're going to go in and share how to release trauma and how to reduce stress and how to manage your emotions and all of these coping tools so that these students can live a better life. And then we're also going to go and do podcasts. We're going to go travel around the world and we're going to share this message with the world. We're going to partner with organic and eco-friendly farmers. So what we're doing at Acacia right now in Mexico at our retreat center is we're setting up hydroponics so that we can grow our own organic food. But we're going to be partnering with people all over the world to do that, so that anywhere that we go, anywhere that somebody in our community goes, they have food that they can trust to put in their body.
And we are building a process that you will be able to identify organic vendors and restaurants in your local area and share them with others. This is super important because right now, this is the key to our health and the key to our mental health is to take the chemicals back out. That was the list.
All right, so we're going to create a line of Human Garage gear. I want to walk around in Human Garage swag, and I know that some of you do too. So we're going to partner with some companies that align with our core values and our mission, and they also want to make a positive impact on the world. And we're going to start to put together this for you. So we'll have backpacks and water bottles and sweaters and pants and all that. So here's just a sneak peek of what's coming. We're going to add to our line of supplements. So we have a couple supplements coming next year. Two in particular that I'm going to talk about: Fascial Fuel, which is like rocket fuel. It is a ketogenic fasting fat loss product that gives you energy for 4 to 8 hours. And it's like without the jitters, you're clear-minded and you feel good in your body. And then the other one is the chai tea. Please don't get it on your hands. It's got our turmeric in it from our Power Kirk, and that will stain your fingers. I remember Les got it on his beard one time. His,
big orange on the beard.
So, but yes, having that every morning to start my day, I loved it. It became part of my routine. And these are just two of the products that we're going to be coming out with next year, but we have a lot more. And then we're also going to start to create our own app. Right now, we're partnering with Mighty Networks. We host our platform on their app, but we can actually brand it. We can also start to develop our own, and that's what we're going to start to do.
So we have the name picked out already. It's mycelium.
Yes. And the purpose of the app that we have is to bring people together from around the world that are like-minded, that want to heal their bodies, that want to share their knowledge and wisdom with the rest of the group. And also a safe space to share authentically, because right now, if I share on social media something that's private or something that's a little bit more vulnerable, I get scrutinized, or people start to judge me and treat me differently in my community. But in this community, that doesn't happen. There's no bullying, there's no shaming, there's no fact checking. We're here to just learn and grow and share our experiences with each other. We're going to set up a foundation that brings our vision to life. So right now we've got the Human Garage, and we're operating that and teaching people from a place of a business. But really where our passion is to set up a foundation that brings our vision to life. We want to go into schools and help children. We want to help kids with autism. We want to share this with the universities. We want to go and travel and help people that don't have access to healthcare and can't afford it. A lot of our time last year was spent with people who couldn't afford healthcare, that had complex problems that they went to 20 different doctors for and they couldn't help themselves. And that's where we like to spend our time. So we're going to be setting up the foundation next year so that we can start to receive donations. And from that, we can start to partner with companies that are making a positive impact on the world. We can fund projects that we believe in that are going to help people. And then we can also go in and help people who cannot afford healthcare or have access to it. And we see a world where people come together and heal, and one where people have the power to heal themselves, where education is free and available to all. And every single thing that we do next year is going to be to work towards that world. So thank you for being a part of this and supporting us over the last year as we've been growing and expanding this mission. We're super excited to step into the next year with all of you and share this gift with the world. Any comments, questions? Put up your hand and then I'll call in, or feedback, or even it can be something that's changed in your life since doing this process over the last year with Human Garage. If you have anything that you want to share. Mariana, go ahead.
Yeah, what is mycelium? Is that going to be the name of your own app?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
it was
It's a good thought.
It was, I think 2 days ago, Gary was like, we should call it mycelium because mushrooms are an internal network that are extremely intelligent and they communicate with each other and they work
Yeah,
together.
their network
So,
underneath is brilliant.
yeah. And by the way, don't leave yet because we got a really cool video coming up.
Oh,
afterwards.
excellent. Epic video.
Any comments or questions about next year, about anything that we put together?
Yeah.
One more thing.
For you to watch.
One more thing that I didn't mention was in the programs that we're building next year, there's the self-care, how to heal yourself. There's the lifestyle and how to embody it. And then there's also practitioner and coaching based so that you can start to help your community. So we really want to encourage you to get out into your community and to start hosting classes. You don't have to be a coach. You don't have to be perfect at this. If you've done the maneuvers and they've helped you and your friend needs help, just guide them through a maneuver and see what happens. And as you gain confidence with that, you can start to host classes for people in your community if you want to.
People will come really, really quickly when they know that they can go to a class. It becomes addictive. And we have this starting up all over the world, and we are building a directory so people can find a class that's setting up in an area close to them.
By the way, I just saw a comment that said you guys are going to be busy next year. Yes, we are. But I also want to say something. When we started this last year, we did our vision party in November 18th. We didn't have supplements. We didn't have T-shirts. We didn't have much set up on our app. We had 13,000 people on our social media. We had no training programs. We had none of this. We didn't even have our fast maneuver guide. We had nothing. So what we've done in a year with a small team, I have full confidence going into 2023 that everything that we've put on this is possible. So with that, let's
further ado.
Yeah, let's hop into the video. So a little backstory about this video. It's a collection of our experiences from the last year. So you're going to get to see it. Manvinder was in the middle of editing it. He's been gone for a month, away from his family because we were in Mexico, and then he came back here and he went home for one night and it snowed and he couldn't get here to his computer to finish the final pieces of it. So you're seeing a raw version of it, but it is still awesome. It's really good. So I'm going to share that with you guys right now.
Enjoy.
All we found was just a little things that people were right? And what we were
Thanks.
Thank you, Manvinder.
Yeah.
Awesome. He's
Wow.
probably going, I wanted to edit. That's amazing.
Yeah.
The final cut of that's gonna be incredible.
Mhm.
It's basically 5 different stories.
And there was one piece that was written that was supposed to be part of that, which goes as follows. If you asked me 3 years ago, I would have told you that I was healthy. I would have told you that I was happy. I followed a path built out to me by society. I did everything I was supposed to. But how could I have known any different? I wasn't in any physical pain. I was physically fit. Disease hadn't hit me yet. I just assumed that I was healthy. My life was sick and I didn't even know it. Chemicals were in my food, care products, and environment. Suppressed emotions, stressful living and work environments, and social programming had my body breaking down as a result. I went on a journey to find solutions, and when I did, something magical happened. I discovered what healthy is. Healthy is waking up with energy and not needing coffee to get me through the day. It's living without fear or questioning whether or not I still want to be here. It's enjoying my day without wanting parts of it to end. My digestion is better. My thoughts are better. I understand my emotions and have the tools to manage my stress. I feel younger and don't have to deal with the daily aches and pains. I now care for my body and choose to take care of myself. I live and work with the people I love and love what I get to do every single day. I can be myself without fear of being judged, and I want to share this gift with you. I would be lying if I said it was easy to get here, but if you knew what I knew, you would understand why I would do it all over again. I see a world where people come together to heal their bodies, one where people have the power to heal themselves, where education is free and available to all. Join me if you'd like to take back control of your health again.
Beautiful.
And to end it off, I want to say a special thank you to Lisa.
Equay for holding down the fort while we're away for the classes. If you're in Vancouver, thank you, Equay.
Dan,
Dan.
Aisha, my parents, just everybody that helped us. Thank you, everybody.
We appreciate all of you. Deeply appreciate each and every one of you.
But they haven't seen anything yet. We haven't even begun to get our voice yet. You guys see what's happening on social media right now? Keep sharing our stuff. There's nothing in the world that can stop what's already happened.
Thanks for being at our vision party.
Thank you, everybody. So we have some stuff coming up. We are bringing people to join us on our team, to live with us, travel with us, and experience all of this. So go to our website. You can find it under careers, and we're looking for an event producer, people to help us build our funnels, people to help us edit our videos, capture our social media. We're going to expand very big in the next couple of months. So take a look at those opportunities. If it resonates with you, if you align with our core values, if you want to make a positive impact on the world and you have the skills to help, sign up for that. And then we also have a class on January 1st. We're going to start off the year, a virtual live fashion maneuvers class. You can sign up for that on our website in the events section. And then stay tuned for all of the other programs and workshops and classes coming. If you're a practitioner, we will be doing some online, but we will also be going to cities and doing it as well. So thank you, everybody, for being here and participating and all of your support. It means a lot.
Thank you. Have a
Take care.
lovely Christmas.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.